Let us try to solve the exercise number 1 in the part A of DBMS Lab. In this exercise, we are supposed to create a table called as employee with the following fields like employee number, name, designation, department, gender, and salary. And they have said that we are supposed to create a primary key and not null constraint. Also, they said that the gender can be male and female, and the departments are only restricted to sales, accounts, and IT. And they have said that the designation must be clerk, analyst, manager, accountant, and supervisor. Let us start using the Oracle. Now, if you have installed the Oracle 12, then you will be given this option here on your 11 or 12. You will be shown this option. I have 11G Express Edition with me. On your desktop, you will find this one, or you can just click on the Oracle here and then search for the Oracle, and you will find the Oracle. Just to open that, there is, I think, too many CR there. Okay, Oracle. And you will find somewhere the Oracle folder, and then just to say open Oracle, and it's going to start. Now, this part is required only for the first time because you need to create a user account. Generally, when you install the Oracle, it will get installed with the system login, but it is not recommended that you use the system or process manager as your user. Create other user account. How do you do that thing? You just double click on it. When you double click on it, this is you are doing it only once if you are following my way. So just go here and then click on this Express application Express. Click on this one. Now, when you want to create a new user, first you have to log in using your system account, that is your DBA account or any other DBA account. Just log in using this system account. Username, your teacher will be providing it, or they will create and give it to you. Just create a user. So I'm going to create a user called BCA. Everything I'm typing BCA. So password is your choice, but I will type as BCA. So let's say everything is BCA, and I'm going to click on create a workspace. That's it. Okay, this is the only thing you are doing. This you are doing it only once, and after that we will not touch that thing. Okay, after that you don't need this one. Let's go to the VS Code, and your college definitely will have the VS Code. You need a extension for that, and that extension will come from the Oracle. So just click on the extension here. Just click on the extension here, and you're going to search for the extension with the Oracle. Just search for the ORA, and the one that you may find many things. Suppose if you say ORA, you may, if you are connected, you will find too many things over here. What you really require is the one that I've already installed. Not all of them are not really required, but the one that is very much required is the Oracle Developer Extension. This is for free, and I've already installed it. You click on the install because I've installed it, it is already there. So I have to uninstall is the only one option. Then if you want, you get give a support for Oracle PL/SQL because you will be writing PL/SQL support, as well as the syntax highlighting for PL/SQL, and maybe IntelliSense because as you type, if you want to get some help, you go with that. So I will be using only these plugins, and the one that is very much required, that is the extension that is very much required, is the Oracle SQL Developer Extension or the Oracle Developer Extension for VS Code. That's the only one it is required. Others are really not required, but to help you out with the coding, you can install it. Now I'm going to, I don't want all these plugins, I will just close them. Now once you have installed it, you will find a database like icon here. So you see this icon. If you install the other one, Oracle 12 something is there, so that is SQL tool or something like that, you will find one more thing. But look at the database, or they may have your which is that VS Code may have other database connectivity, but the one that we are going to use is the one that I've installed it, that is Oracle SQL Developer Extension. So click on this one, click on this one. Now, when you are doing it, you will get in blue color here, add connection, because I've already created two connections here, just to show you that when you go there, your other batch students might have already created their account. So what you need here is the one that I've already given you, and that is I created an account here, money or BCA, and that I'm going to use it. How do you use it? So in the connection, you will see if you don't see in the blue color, a blue color bar, that is button called add connection. If you don't see it, just click on this plus sign. Okay, add connection, and it's going to give you the connection. You type the user ID here, that is I created a user ID BCA, and the password BCA. Keep the role as the default, but see to it that you uh, first test the connection and then save it, because if you might have uh, written a wrong password. In that case, you may end up in trouble. And the other part, there is nothing much to be done. You have to write the host name as localhost. So I'm going to say localhost here. And generally, you just type XC, that's it. Otherwise, they have already given you a hint here, XPPD1 like that. I will just type XC. Okay, that's the service that is running. Just test the connection. That's very, very important. You have to test the connection. If the connection is successful, okay, you will get the connection successful here. I have not given a name here. The name what you give here, that is the connection name, will appear here. I'm going to just give the name as a BCA or BCA A batch, something like that. Okay, you give some name so that you can identify, or your name with the roll number or something. Just give the name and just click on the test connection, and you will see roughly here test connection passed. Okay, I'm going to just do it one more time, just test it, and you will see test connection passed. Okay, after that, see to it that you save it. Now I'm not going to save it and tell you what is going to happen if you don't save, if you don't click on this one and then click on save. Your password will not be saved. I'm going to save it, and once you save it, you have this one BCA appearing here. If you click on this one, you will have the connection established with you, and you notice that it is asking you for enter a password for BCA. So every time when you try to connect it, it's going to ask you for the password. Now I'm going to type the password and press enter, and if the password is correct, it's going to make the connection. What is the general choice for that is you just save the password, so that every now and then you don't need to remember the password. So once you make the connection like this, can you change it? The answer is yes, you can always make the changes to this one by clicking on this pen like thing. That is the edit connection setting. You have to have you have to be connected, then only you can edit the connection. If you are not connected, you will not be able to make changes to the connection. So I'm going to click on this one, and the same thing will appear here. Okay, okay, it is disconnected. So let me let me connect here. You see this button here, just connect here, and then it's going to ask you for the same thing. Remember, you have to be connected. If it is disconnected, you have to get connected. Just I'm going to type the password here, and then see to it that you select this option, that is the save button. Okay, this you don't have to do it every now and then. This you are doing it only for the first connection. After that, you will be just using it like the ordinary thing. So just save it, and you have done the connection. You notice over here it is connected. If you click on it, it is connected. If you want to disconnect it, just click on this disconnect button here. So disconnect it. You are disconnected. You click on it, and it you see it to connect it. So if you are not connected, it's going to say that I'm going to disconnect it. So it is disconnected. I will click on my name, money. So the same old thing. So for example, your other students might have created BCA 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. So every student will have their own connection, and they will get connected according to their batches. So if you click on here, you will see all the tables, some default tables which are created by the Oracle, And these are the sample tables, I think, that is created, and views, packages, function, operation, and so on. So for everything related to your database will appear here. Now, where do we write the script? Now, to write the script, I'm going to click on this one. So, open SQL worksheet. You see this thing over here. Click on this thing, and it's going to open the SQL here, and you are going to type it. Now, as you type it, if you find that it is coming on your way, you can just click on this here, and it will disappear. So I'm going to do it here, and it disappears. If you click here, it will come again. If you click, it will just vanish. So this is how you can start developing. This is the general setting that you are doing. Remember, this you are doing it only once. After from next class onwards, you just click here, select your thing, and just click on the name that you have here, and you are ready to go. Okay, so you don't have to do all these things in the other classes. This you are doing it only once. Okay, done. Let's start with our exercise. So what are the things that we need according to them? We are supposed to create a table called as employee, and let's create a table with the employee. So I'm going to say create. I think it is not connected. Okay, create. Okay. If you notice over here, it is giving you an option like create table, and syntax options it is giving you. So you can use this option for creating it, but I will just start typing it. Okay, so because it is easier, you can just select it and press enter. It's going to come. So this is because of a plugin that I'm using it. That is the plugin that I've used here is there is that thing IntelliSense for Oracle developer, and it's going to give you that IntelliSense. Now let me remove that. Okay, so create table, and you will notice that it is going to pass, and it's going to say that you've done mistake and so on and so forth. Ignore that thing. Let's say create a table employee. Okay, that this is a table. I'm going to type one below the other. Then I'm just put a semicolon at the end. Now, you notice here, as you type, it is going to pass and tell you whether you have done a mistake or not. Okay, what's the first field that we are supposed to use? So the first field is, where is the first field? Is on employee number. I'm going to just copy this one. For my information, I'm going to just copy it here, and I'm going to just keep it here so that I don't have to switch between which is a bit irritating for anybody. So employee number. So let's start with the employee number. Where is it gone for? Okay, employee number, E number. Okay, done. I think I would have typed and I would have achieved the thing. Okay, E number, employee number, and I assume that it is a number. Let me zoom in for you. Employee number, and it is a number. So you have this number. Press enter, and I assume that employee number is 5, just a number, that's it. Okay, and what is the constraint? It is the primary key. Assume that it is primary key. Okay, primary key, done. Okay, and that's it. You don't have to say it is a null here because it is a primary key. See, some people have a good habit. In some colleges they teach like even primary key is considered as a constraint. It's actually a constraint. So you say constraint and you give a name like a PK imp number, something like that. Okay, and this is the name of the constraint, and you say this is primary key. Okay, this constraint and primary key, or directly you say primary key. During the examination, I feel like you just say primary key. That's enough because you will be saving a lot of time. This is an exclusively saying that what is the name of the constraint. This primary key is a constraint on the table, and we are calling it as PK employee. Let's look at the other one. Other one is the name. I'm going to just type that thing. Oops, where is it gone? Okay, I'm going to type it here, and I'm going to say name. I think I will start with the varchar 2, and name is 50 character. I don't think so. You will type the 50 characters. name during the examination. Okay, and they said that it must be not null. I will assume that none of them are not null because I am not sure which are not null. Next one is the designation, and you know very well designation is also, we will just copy it, Control C and Control V. This is designation, so I'm going to say designation. Hopefully my spelling is correct. Designation, okay, designation, and it is also varchar 2 and designation maybe 20 characters. I don't know. Okay, not null. Next one, let's go to the next one and we'll just click here and then say. And what is the next thing that you have is the department. Department. A department. Again, let me, if you want, you keep it 20 characters, but I'm going to just keep it here as that. And what else we require? We require a gender and gender. Okay. Of my spelling of designation. Okay. Gender, I will just take one character because they said that the gender is either male or female. So only two genders are allowed here. So I am going to take this one as one character, varchar one character. So either male or female, and I'm going to put a constraint on it. You can also use instead of this, you can also use it as a C for this one because there is a definite option that the male or female will come. You can see this is optional. You can call it as character. That is up to you. Okay. Varchar, I hope you are familiar with the story of varchar. Varchar will not resolve because you need one character for the storage. The reason is I'm going to put a null constraint. I have already put not null, and I'm going to put a check constraint. I think I will zoom out for you, and I think this editor does not have an option for me to zoom in for you. Let me zoom in like this, see whether I can do it. I'm going to put a check constraint, and what is the check constraint? Check constraint is gender. Okay? Gender is either male or female. How do you say gender is either male or female? Okay. The reason why it is jumping is this thing is as the menu comes, it tries to make it as try to align the screen. So if you are not able to see, zoom your video and then see it. Otherwise, it is going to be very irritating for you because it is just jumping here and there. So I'm going to say the gender is either male or female. So this one gender is in the male or female category. So this is what I'm saying. So this is the thing that I'm saying, and then I'm going to just zoom in for you. So what I said is gender. Remember, you can use varchar also. A char is you are typing less. That's it. During the examination, one character you are showing it. It is not null. You check the constraint and gender. You put the nothing the you put a check constraint and you say that the gender is either male or female. What is the next thing that we are going to do? So let's go to the next part. The next part is salary. So next here, I've copied it. That's the reason I've copied it here. So I'm going to say salary. Salary is I'm going to say a number again and say 10 comma 2. So like so 10 digits and 2-digit result for that I'm going to say not null. So after this, let's put to some constraint. What are the constraints? So first constraint, what they have said. Let's look at the constraint. The constraint is the department must be either. So I'm going to just copy this one. Department must be either sales, accounts, or IT. So department must be one among them. I'm going to just paste it so that I can. Is it? Did I copy it? Let's say Control C I'll just copy it, Control C, and I'm going to paste it here. Just for my reference, I'm doing it. You don't have to do it during the examination. For my reference, otherwise I have to switch between the question and here. So I'm going to put one constraint. So what is the constraint that you are putting? Give a name to the constraint like check department. Okay. Any name you can give, and I will use the check constraint here. What is the check constraint? So the department, department is in remember you can type it in small case or capital, so it is not going to make any difference. The department must be one among them. I'm going to just copy and do it, so otherwise it's going to take a lot of time for me to type that thing. So I'm going to say it is the first one is department must be sales, second one is the department must be accounts, one among them. So this department must be one among these departments. So either the department can be sales, accounts, or IT. Okay, so this is what is the constraint that they have given. Let's go to the next constraint. So I'm going to say constraint, a constraint, and there is one other constraint. And what the constraint that they have given is the designation must be this. So this is what they have said. However, there is one small twist that they have given, and that is, if you just read the question carefully, choose the designation as clerk, analyst, manager, accountant, and supervisor that depends on the department. This is what they have said. So what is the meaning of this is these things depends on the department. So which among them belongs to which? See, for example, clerk may belong to sales department. Okay. Manager may belong to sales department. Supervisor may belong to sales department. Accountant definitely belongs to the sales department. And maybe the accounts department may also have a manager. Analyst will belong to IT department, and maybe there may be a manager in the IT department. So they have not exclusively said which department and where, but they've said that it depends on the department. So how to write the constraint? You have to write the constraint. Slightly longer constraint has to be given. So I'm going to say check. This is a name. Remember, you can give any name here. Check designation. I'm going to say check designation, and I'm going to use the check constraint. So I'm going to say CK, the check constraint. And what is the constraint that I'm going to give? So the constraint must be this time given in slightly a different thing. So first thing is you have to say the department must be one among them, which is the department. So for example, if I say the department is sales, so if you say department is sales, what are the possibilities, possible things that can come in the sales department? Okay, this is what I assume. So sales department may have a clerk, sales department may have a manager, and sales department may have a supervisor. Okay, accountant may not belong to sales department, and maybe analyst is also, I assume, okay, is not part of the sales department. So I'm going to say here that the department is a sales, and I'm going to say, and there is one more constraint. What is the constraint? Designation. So designation, okay, designation must be one among these. What are the one among these? Is I will take I will just copy them. Okay, so let me copy up to here. Designation is either clerk. Okay, so that means to say that the sales department may have a clerk. Okay, and I don't think so. Sales department will have a manager, and the sales department will have a the will have a manager, sorry, and that this analyst may not be there in the sales department. This is what I meant. And sales department may have a supervisor. So it's up to you because they have not given any rules as such who will belong to or which designation belongs to which department. In that case, use your common sense and do it. So this is one. Okay, let me just take it to the next line here so that you will see in one line. So this is again from here to here is the constraint. So what is the second constraint? I'm going to just copy this one, Control C and Control V. You know very the Control D may not work. Okay, this thing because Control D is a duplicate line which will not work in the visual VS Code because Control D is mapped to something else. Okay, now let's go to the next part. If the department is account, so what to do? If the department is account and the designation can be either clerk or accountant, I assume that only this is the constraint. You can have even manager, maybe accounts manager, maybe there. Okay. Hope it is there. I will not waste your time. Just the three things. Okay. Then one more constraint is there. What is the constraint? The other department is the IT department. So department is IT. Maybe IT department has a clerk. Maybe there. And I'm going to say IT department has one analyst. If not accounted analyst. So what I'm saying now is if the department is sales, let me zoom in and discuss here because I'm not going to type anything. So just zoom in and I'm going to tell you. So if the department is sales, then the designation is either clerk, manager or supervisor. If the department is accounts, then it is either clerk, manager or accountant. If the department is IT, then it is clerk, manager and analyst. So these many things are there. I'm going to remove the last closing bracket. Remember, this is the check constraint. From here to here is the check constraint that you have. So this is the check constraint. Hope everything is written properly. Okay, so that's done here. Hopefully I have not done any mistake. So if there is any mistake, you will find that it is going to show you that there is something wrong with it. So let me guess what is wrong with this thing. Line number. Department says designation class supervisor. Okay. There is a syntax error. I think there is one more bracket was required. Okay, there is the designation in the department. Okay, one constraint. Okay. And the second constraint and the third constraint. So how do I connect these the connection? So it is not by this one. I think I am supposed to use the or here. Okay, just I'm going to zoom out. Okay, this is going to be irritating to me, not to you. So definitely, when you type it, you won't find it. So let us make it proper. So what are the things that I have? So if the department is a sales department and the designation is a clerk, manager or supervisor, or the department is accounts and the designation is clerk, manager and accountant, or this is the department and you have the people inside it. So there are these are connected. I use the comma here. Instead of comma, you can't use the comma there because it's one expression that I'm supposed to use it. So I connect the first part with the second part using or, the second one. So in other words, one among them must be true. Okay, in between, I use the and means department is sales and both the condition must be satisfied. If this is not satisfied, you will say or. If this condition is not satisfied, you will go to the second condition or you go to the third condition, but none of them is satisfied, you will get an error message. It's as simple as that. Hope everything is proper. See, as you type it, it is going to show you with a red color squiggly line saying that you've done a syntax error. So you just select it, and if you want to execute it, just go here and don't click on the first one. So there is two arrows here. First one is to run the source code. It is not the one. You have to run the statement. Okay, and you see the keyboard shortcut is Control Enter. Okay. For the first time only, I'm going to click here. Next time onwards, you just keep your mouse pointer anywhere. So you see this cursor anywhere in the statement, just press Control Enter, it will execute it. So that is simple as that. For the this time, I'm going to just show you how you can do it. So select it and not the first right arrow, the second one. So click on the second one, run the statement. If there is any error, it's going to show you. Okay, so just run it. When if everything goes fine, you are the luckiest one. Generally, you are not the so luckiest one. At the bottom of the screen, here you will find the output of your script. If everything is going fine, you can see that as you go here, can you see the mouse pointer is changing to, so if you look at this, the mouse pointer is changing to two-headed arrow and it just becomes a dark blue color. Click here and drag it up to see whether your table is created or not. Okay, so the table employee is created. Actually, you can see that table here. If you just click on this SQL developer, and if you go here, you can see under the table, you can see your table. Okay, if it is not visible here, it's not visible here, just click on this refresh, this one. It will refresh and it's going to show you the tables. If you just open this one, it's going to show you the table that you just created. Okay, so done. Now, before I forget to tell you something, remember these things are temporarily stored in the database. They are not permanently stored in the database. If you want to store something in the database permanently, then you have to commit your actions. And if you see here, before I forget, I have to tell you that thing. You have a right arrow here that says commit changes, or you can press F11 on your keyboard. You have to do that thing, otherwise it will not permanently save the things. At the end, it is how generally you say save. You just click on the save button or save icon. So here you have to commit your changes. So if you commit it, I'm going to just do it. So if you just commit it, you're going to say everything has been stored to the database. Now onwards, it is permanently etched into the database. Otherwise, the things will not be committed in the database. Now, I'm going to remove this one. It will come on my way. Let's create the table. Let's insert some records into it. So they have not told you to insert a record. Okay, maybe they missed one line here. Insert a few, and whether it say or not, you have to insert it. Okay, so there is nothing. Generally, during the examination, you 5 records are enough. Don't simply keep on inserting records like anything. Okay. Before I insert, there are few things you must know. What are the few things? If you look at the question, the first question says the names will end with the Raj. So something will, your name, one of the name, at least one name, must end with the Raj. What are those names that is ending with the Raj? Like Suraj, Raviraj, Kaviraj, Dheeraj, like that. So it must end with R-A-J, Raj. Okay. Next one is, you see that salary must be in the range 20 to 40,000. So it must be, so at least one salary must be less than 20,000, maybe, or some salary must be greater than 40,000 so that it is not selected. You must remember that thing. Then they said that, what else you have? Then the total salary must be greater than 30,000. And what else you have? You have all the females employees. That means there must be some female employees also in the insertion record that you are doing. And those females must belong to the sales and IT department. So cautiously insert the records into the database, because if you don't put them properly, when you run the query, you won't see any result there. Okay, so let's try to insert one record into the database. How do I do that thing? So I'm going to say insert into, okay, employee. So I can select it rather than making spelling mistake, and I'm going to say values. Okay. So how do you specify the value? Very, very important thing. When you specify the value, this values must be specified in this order. First employee number, then employee name, designation, department, gender, and salary. You have to follow this order. If you don't want to follow this order, you put the field list here and fill it according to that field list. Otherwise, go with the default order, which is the order in which you created the table. Let's start with the first one. So first one is employee number. Let's say employee number is 101. Employee name, I'm going to take the name as Suraj, because one RAJ is required, Suraj. And what is the next thing? Next thing is the name designation. So what is the designation? What else you can say? I will just select this one, Control C, supervisor. Okay, I just copy that. Now I must be very careful. The supervisor will come only in my case, supervisor is in the sales department. So if I make a mistake and select the department as account, now I will be in much bigger trouble. Okay, so be careful with the insertion. So I'm going to say the supervisor, and it is in the sales department, not the other department, because I put the constraint that the supervisor belongs to only to this sales department, whereas the manager belongs to all of them. Okay, because there can be manager in all the department. Now then, what about the next one? Next one is the gender, and gender we have said either it is male or female. So I'm going to say male or female, male or female. Okay, so I'm going to just type that thing, and some salary. So maybe 25,000. Okay, this is 2,500, I suppose. Okay, now if you want, put a semicolon here, and then just keep your cursor anywhere within this, control and enter. If everything is proper, it's going to insert it. So I'm going to just press control and enter, and you see one row is been inserted. Okay, you see that. Now I'm going to just pause my video, and I'm going to fill all the remaining insertion, because I don't want you to waste your time with the insertion. So I'm going to just pause the video and come back after I completed that. So now I have typed all the things. So it took the pain in typing all of them. Actually, I copy pasted it, but in any case, I did assume that I typed it. So I have this employee called Dheeraj, who is clerk in the IT department, who is male, and I have Sara and Tara in the IT department with the some salary, and Divya with the account department with the as an accountant. Okay, so I've not done any mistake. Now you can select all of them like this. Okay, you can select all of them and press Control and Enter to run the or to run this particular statement. The other way is right click here, and then you have a run statement. It's same as pressing Control Enter. All of them are same. You just click on it. If no mistakes are there, you will see a row inserted, row inserted, row inserted. Let's use the select star, and you have what is the thing name you have from employee. Okay, so you have this one, uh, this, and press control enter, and you have all the records. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one is missing. Dheeraj, where is the Dheeraj one? Dheeraj is there. Hey, where is my Suraj one? Okay, I'm going to just click on my Suraj and just see whether that Suraj is there or not. Control enter just to insert, and let me see whether Suraj is also there. Okay, just to select that. Just keep your cursor here and control enter. Do I have this Suraj? Okay, all of them. Now, one thing you must remember here is, after creating the table, you just say describe, DESC, the table name. What is the employee? Okay. Now, actually, this is required only in what is that black and white world. This part may be required. Where is it gone? Control Z. Everything. Yeah, describe table. Okay, you can describe the table like this. This is the old way of doing it, old school of doing it. Then you may ask, what is the new school of doing it? You just click here and go to the, where is the table gone? Employee table. Click on this employee table. It's going to open up the entire employee table with all the fields here. Can you see there? So this is the describe table. This is very straightforward and you can do it. You can click on the data here. Instead of writing the SQL, you can click on the data to get the data there. If you want to see the constraint, you can see the constraint there. The constraint that I have put it, see the constraint for which I have given the names, it's going to give you, otherwise it will give its own name. Okay, so you can see that. Now you may find that the data is not there because you can guess what is the reason. I have to commit it. So click on here to commit this one, and now let's see whether the data is going to take up this data. Let me just refresh it and get the data. Just commit it. Whenever you insert it, just commit it. Otherwise, it will not write to the database. So you have and just refresh it if it is not coming. Okay. You see this thing there. So can you change the value? You can directly change the value. Can you change this value? You can directly change the value. Can you change this value? Directly change the value. So all these things are there. So suppose if I say Zara to Zari, okay, sorry, Zara. So you see there, oops, you see there Zara to Zari, save it and Zara, I don't want to do anything with the Zara. And you say commit, it's going to be committed. Okay, so uh, just to show you that it will commit it, it has committed. Okay, so Zara to Zara. Okay. If I go back to my script here, can you see there's the script here? And if I say select a star script, run this one by pressing Control and Enter, you see that this is Vari now. Okay, can you see there? Hopefully, zoom in and just say you can do that thing. So when if you are using the Visual Studio, this is much easier and it is more understanding rather than working in a black and white world. Let me remove this one. It is coming on my way. Just click here. This part will vanish. So done. Let's go to the next part. And what is the next part? I've inserted a few records here. And what is the next thing that we said? The display the employee name, employee number, name, designation of all the employees whose name ends with Raj. This is what I told you. So whose name must end with Raj. Dheeraj and Suraj are the two people, culprit in our case. So let us write the select statement. So select, let's say select. What are the things? What is the thing that is set? Employee number, name, and designation. So select. I think EMP. This is EMP number. Okay, EMP number. EMP number. EMP number. Okay. Hopefully, I'm typing it properly. Name and designation. Okay, hopefully my spelling is proper. Designation. Okay, if the spelling is not there, I will get an error definitely. Uh, from my employees. So from where can I get it? From my employee. So from my employee, done. What is the condition? Where the condition? What is the condition? Condition is the name must look like what? Something that ends with. So name must look like what? Must look like something that is ending with. How do you say that? Percentage and say ending with the word Raj. And let's put the semicolon. Hope it's going to give me the result. If it is not there, I will get an error message definitely. So press enter and you notice two things. So Suraj and Dheeraj. I will not zoom in. Zoom in on your this one mobile or your what is that monitor or your screen, and you can see that thing. So you have Suraj and Dheeraj. with their employee number, name and designation. So this is done. So first part is done. What is the second part? So what is the second part? Let's look at the display the details of all the female employees who is earning salary within the range of 20,000 and 30 and 40,000 in the sales and IT department. So let's start with the what to do. I will display everything. So let's start with the select story now. Select everything from employees. So this part is definite. Okay. Where there must be some condition. What is the condition? First, they said they must be female employees. How do I distinguish between a female employee? I know very well the gender is either male or female. So here I have given female. Yes, I have given. So three female employees are there. Yes, I have given. So I'm going to say gender. How can I say that? I'm going to say gender, gender equal to female. Yes. So and what else? Okay, what is the other thing? And what else they have said? And there is one other condition. What they said, and earning in this range, that is 20,000 to 40,000 is the earning range. How can I say? So their earning is their salary. So you see this their salary. These are all the salaries. Can you see that? These are salaries. Okay, this is the field. So I'm going to say and their salary, SALA salary is between what is the sorry I'm switching between them because I just forgot 20,000 and 40,000. Okay, between 20,000 this is 2,000, 20,000 and what is the other thing 40,000 I suppose 40 1 2 3 4,000 40,000. And I think that is not the end. They have one more condition. What is the one more condition? They are working in the sales and IT department. Okay, one more condition. Okay, and this is department. This IT sales and all of them are department. You know very well. You gave the condition department. So and where is this? And department. Where is it on here? Department in what are the two departments I have? One is the sales department. I'm going to just copy paste it from here. You know very well. So one is sales department. I think the other one is IT department. Okay. Other one is I think I can type that thing. The IT department. Hopefully I have not done the mistake. So select star from the employees where gender must be female, she must be female, and her salary must be within this range, and she is in the IT department. Okay, done, and control enter. Hopefully, I will get something. I didn't got anything. What is the reason why I am not getting anything? Oh my goodness. I have not given my 35,000 female was there. Okay, see, there is okay, even after I made a mistake here. I think this girl, I thought she should have been in IT at least. Now these two girls, they don't have the salary or within this range. Can you see that? So this girl, Divya has salary, but she is not in the which department she is not in the IT department. So what will I do? What is you know very well. Just that is the reason I told you use VS Code. I already have it here. If you don't have it, click here and then go to the tables here. Under this table, so go to this tables here. Under this table, click on it. You can click again. Nothing is going to happen and click on the data here and I'm going to just pull her. Where is Divya gone? Okay, I'm going to pull this Divya into, can I put it on IT department? If I make her into IT department, I will even change this one. The reason for that is, what did I say? If she is in sales department, I will make her sales manager. Okay, is it all right with you? So I will just make her, where is the Divya gone? Okay. So I will just make Divya as she is in sales, and she is double click and just type it manager. Okay, so she is sales manager. Okay, happy with Divya, and she is getting 35,000. Let's commit to this story. Okay, it's done. Now I will come back to my this what is this create table. I'll come back to this one. Let me click on this part and control enter, and hope this time I must get a Divya. So hopefully you see this Divya is there with 35,000, which is in this range, and she is I brought her into sales department, and I made her a manager. So I need a department, that's it. She must be in the sales department. Her salary is in this range. Okay, and definitely she, when I said that she is a female. Okay, so simple as that. Done with that, let's go to the next story. What is our next story? Next story is list the different departments and with their designation in the department. Okay, so let's list all the departments. How can I list the department? Remember, when you list it, let's list the distinct department. Otherwise, the department, if it is repeating, it will repeat it. So how can I say that thing? So I'm going to say select a distinct department, because I don't want departments to be repeated. So department. Okay. So list the department, and did they say designation also? Department with the designation. Okay, department with designation. Okay, designation. Definitely from your employees table. Remember, your table is only employees. You don't have any other table. Employee. Okay. And what is that we are supposed to do it? We are supposed to list it, and you just list it, will it? Okay, I'm going to just make it appear properly. Now, this is, I think this part is not required, but let me make it as order by. Okay, order by department. Now, this is I'm just listing it, and then by the designation. So within the department designation. So simple as that. Now this part is not really required, but I'm just ordering it. Okay, so that it looks nice. Okay, so the output we are doing it practically, is it not? So all the IT department will come A B C D S I J K L M N S. So this is in the, what is this? You say it. What we call that as dictionary order. Okay, and A will come first, then C and M within the IT department. So two ordering are A, then C, then M and S. So it's like, it looks nice. Okay. If you don't want to type this much, you can avoid that order and so on. Okay, so let's go to the next one. And what is the next one? Display the department name, total, average, maximum, minimum of the salary of the department only if the total salary within that department is more than 30,000. Okay, so let's first get this one. Department name, total, average, minimum salary. So all these things, let's get it. So this is going to be a lengthy query, I suppose. So select. So what are the things? Select. What did they say? Select the department name. So department, remember what is the field that we are using for a department name? We have the field name as department. So select department, select a department, and what else? What else we have? Department, comma, and they said the total average. Okay, total. Let's go with. I'm going to go with one thing. So total, how do you get to the total sum? Okay, sum of what? Sum of salary. Yes, is it not? Total, what you will sum? There is only one field which is numeric. Apart from this employee number, there is only one thing which is numeric, and that is the salary. So you don't have any choice. There is no point in adding the employee numbers. You won't get something new. So sum, and I'm going to say as what is it? They said, what is the name? They said total. Okay, as total. Total. Okay, comma. And what else? Next one is average, I suppose. Then average. How do I get average in my uh, Oracle or SQL? Average. Average of what? Again, I have already told you. You don't have any other choice. There is only one field which is numerical. Average, and you say average. This use the word average. Okay, average. Okay, done. And what else you have? Then they said minimum and maximum. Maximum and minimum. Okay, let's go in their order. How do you get the maximum? The function for that is max. Very simple as that. Okay. So max of the salary, done. As the what is the meaning? Or if suppose if you are wondering what is this as you are writing, as will come as a field name. So here this total will come. Here that average will come. It will come as the field name. Okay, so that is what I am typing so that it looks nice. You are doing it for the practical, is it not? So what is that word that we use? Maximum and minimum. As maximum. And by the way, there is nobody has told in the world that you have to type the whole thing in one line. Okay, you can just bring it down. For example, I can click here and bring it to the next line, and I can click here and bring it to the next line. So it is you are writing maximum is there. Okay, maximum. This word is there. I suppose it's got highlighted. Anyhow, if it is there, I will. I don't remember. Let's go with the minimum. Minimum salary. Salary. Okay, minimum salary as minimum. It done. Minimum. What else you have to go and do? Minimum salary of the department. Okay, minimum. That's it. Okay, and I'm going to press enter. So, like if you want, you put a tab also. This is not going to make any difference with your code. It's going to execute the code unless and otherwise you make some syntax error. It's not going to make anything. Let's say from employee, you can write it. You can write it in multiple lines. Okay, and then what you are going to say? I'm going to group them because you are using the functions. So you remember when you use this aggregation, you have to group them. Otherwise, you will not. You will end up in trouble. So you need to group them. Okay, group them by the department because I want the department salary, department maximum, department average, department every department the total I want to get it. And there is one condition. What is the condition? The condition is if the total salary of the department must be more than 30,000. So that is one condition. Now I'm not going to put that condition. Okay, and I'm going to run it and see what it is going to give me. Okay, whether it is going to give me an error or not. So just keep the cursor anywhere you can keep it, and just press Control Enter, and you see that average is, oh my god, goodness. So one of them, IT department, has 44,000 and the other department is 60,000. Now what to do? Okay, now both the departments will be included here. So this is not going to work because in my case this must be both of them are more than 30,000. Now what to do? Again, I'm going to do some surgery here, and I'm going to. I gave Divya 30,000 salary here, and this is in sales department. Okay, I'm going to reduce. See, both of them. If you add Dheeraj, I'm giving a lot of salary to the clerk. Suppose I'm going to reduce the Dheeraj, and I will give him only. So this is going to be 26,000, and I will make Dheeraj as 5,000. Okay, so Dheeraj salary has been reduced to 5,000. Let me commit this thing. Okay, and I'm going to go back to my code so that I will. The reason why I'm doing, I'm going to tell you because at least one record should not be shown there. Otherwise, what will happen is Even if you run, nothing is going to happen. Now you notice, where is this? Okay, this is still 31,000, 31,000, 1,000 more. So let me again reduce the Deepak salary as 4,000. Not Deepak, Dheeraj salary as 4,000 rupees. Okay, so I'm reducing his salary 4,000. Okay, done. Dheeraj, sorry. So let's go and control enter. The reason why I'm doing it, what is this? Which one is running? Okay. Now you notice that this salary is 30,000. So total is 30,000. Total of this, total of what? Total of, remember, all three are there in the IT department. If you add 12,000, 14,000, and 4,000, it becomes 30,000. But according to them, it must be more than 30,000. Not equal to, but more than 30,000. So this one record, this one should not be, when I run the query, the actual query, this one with the just 30,000, with the just 30,000, this should not be included in my output. So that's the reason I just reduce this. So is that Dheeraj salary to that. Okay. Now I have not put the condition. So what is the condition? The condition is the total salary must be more than total salary of that department must be more than 30,000. How can I get the total salary? I have already told you. To get the total salary, you have to sum, and there is only one field which you can submit, and this must be sorry, this you can't directly type here, and I have to put a clause here. What is the clause that I have to say that having a department which are having, remember, group by department which are having the sum of the salary and greater than 30,000, 30,000. Now you see, now this with this condition, this 30,000 should not be included. Remember, 30,000 is not greater than 30,000. 30,000 is equal to 30,000. So this thing should, if I run this query, anywhere you keep it and press Control Enter, and you notice only 6,000 is there because of this condition. Deepak got very less salary, so they are out from this listing. Let's go to the final story. What is the final story? List all the department which have more than 2 employees. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's list all the employees. So let me look at whether my department. Okay, oh, both the department have. Now what to do now? This is the problem. If I connect to the internet, this is what is going to happen. Okay. So should I remove one from the storage from this department? Again, just remove this storage because remember, otherwise what will happen is both the department have more than 2 employees. Then there is no problem at all. More than, they said more than. If you look at this department, there are only 2 employees in the sales department, which is 2 is not more than. More than means more than IT 3 people are there. More than 2. These are just 2. More than 2 should have been there, and I think I'm getting it. So there is no need to touch this one. So how can I get that thing? So let's read. List the departments. So list the department. So let's start with the list of the department. Select the department. So department, okay. And should I also show how many people are there? So I'm going to use this count function, which will count how many are there. So I'm doing this manually, right? So 2, 3 like that. The count will actually count the record. It will do it. Okay. Definitely, I will just say count as what you can say employees. Okay, employee means that it will be table name. Okay, as persons. Okay, so just one word, the persons. Okay, from why did I deleted that word employee? Because I know some of you will buy at it. then you will get confused whether this is the table or this is something else. That is the reason I am using one word which is completely not related to the table name. Okay. So let's say employees. Employee is not EMP, sorry. Employee, and then so what is that? You have to definitely group them because we want the total for the department. So you have to group them according to the, where is it gone? According to the department. If you don't group them according to the department, you will not be able to count them. So group by what? Group by department. Okay. And having, what is the condition? There is a condition. What is the condition? There must be more than 2 records. So you, where is it gone? There must be more than 2 people, and you know very well you can count the records. So where is it gone here? Okay, count star, and you know count is used to count the record. Count must be greater than 2. So simple as that. Count must be greater than 2. This is what you are writing. So department and the count of this must be greater than 2. Just click here and then press Control and enter, and you must get the IT department with the count is equal to 3. Hope you will be able to see it, even though it is showing here. IT department, the count is 3. In my other department, suppose if I don't use this one, suppose if I don't use where is this group person, group by department without the condition, I'm going to just cut this one, just to run this one. I'm going to just cut this one, and I'm going to press Control Enter, and you notice 2 departments. One department is, this is a persons, so there are 3 persons are there in the IT department, and in the sales department there are only 2 people are there. And when I say it is more than 2, let's Control Z. When I say it should be more than 2, this the department with the 2 people are out. So if I now run it, where is it gone? If I run it, that department is gone. So any other questions are there? No. So this is what you are supposed to do it. Thank you for your interest. And before you leave this one, you must see to it that whatever you do, please commit it into the database if at all you want to save this one. And what are you going to do with this one? Okay. So can you do Control Yes to save it? You know very well my keyboard shortcut is always there. What is this keyboard shortcut? Keyboard shortcut is Control CTRL plus yes. You are all familiar with this word, Control Save. Okay, save your script if at all you want to it to be shown to your teacher or something. Control yes, go to the location where your teacher has told you to save, and just save it there. Okay, so I will not tell you where to save it. The teacher will tell you where to save it. Just save that in that location. Better option is you go to your folder and then save it. That's all in this class. Thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the other classes. Thank you.